I'm Edie Lush, and I'm here in the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos. Very pleased to be joined by an old friend of Hub Culture, Steve Howard, the Chief Sustainability Officer for IKEA. Now tell me, what's IKEA doing here in Davos?
Well, we're here because there's a big session on climate change, and we're
Back on the agenda this year,
Yeah,
it
it's
seems.
back on the agenda in a big way. So there's a whole day tomorrow and lots of meetings on the run up to it, and we've got policymakers, everyone from the UN Secretary General, plenty of heads of state, senior ministers, and we've got progressive business here. And if you think for us as a business, what we do is we make home furnishings, but we have lots of impacts ourselves. So we've flipped our business and we're powering it increasingly from renewables we own, and we've said we'll allocate about $2 billion to invest in it.
Okay. Tell me a story about what you've done with lights, for example.
Oh, with lighting, well, LEDs are the next best thing to daylight. So the last 20 years, which is it's just great. Your kids can go to college and come back and visit you, and you've still got the LEDs there saving you energy.
Right.
But we decided rather than just have a green premium range, we'd go 100% for LEDs. And we said by 2016 we'd stop selling halogens and CFLs, and then we went all in, investing behind the LEDs. Last year in July, because we got to the right quality and the right price level, customers responded, and we saw halogen sales and CFL sales go down like that, and LED go up like this, and it was about a year ahead of plan. So we flipped the lighting, and lighting's a fifth of electricity use in the world, so it's fantastic with something that's so efficient. But they're still selling 6 billion old-fashioned light bulbs, energy-hungry, little heaters called incandescent light bulbs. And we need policymakers to say, actually, and they have done in some markets, but to say everywhere, that's in no one's interest. These cost people money every time you switch the light on. So let's stop selling those. And we need policymakers to be swifter on that. So if you're in government, that's what government can do. And that's one of the messages that I'll be conveying tomorrow.
So that's interesting. You need government behind you. You're acting yourself. Could you not just keep going and acting yourself? The sub-state actor, the rise of the sub-state actor seems to be just fine, doesn't it?
No, we can, and obviously we will. So if we can, another message I think is the future is going to be better than the past. And I think we've lost that one. And it always is. So we're going to sell people better products. And the sustainable products of the future will be the LEDs, or there'll be the stoves that cook by induction, which cook twice as fast with half the energy. Those are the better products that we can deliver. But when you come back to the challenge we have, if we're going to stay within 2 degrees Celsius warming or below, we need to get stuff done. Emissions need to peak globally by the end of this decade, and you can't do that if you keep selling 6 billion incandescent light bulbs.
Steve, thank you very much for stopping back into Hub Culture Pavilion here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.